It's Cullyn here. This is a new series in Banished. I'm going to go for several of these achievements. My documents folder was wiped several months ago, so I don't actually have any of them on here, which is a great thing because I got most of them last time I played. So this time I am going to do probably the isolationist, one with nature, mountain men. I won't be doing uneducated. It's not the goal of this one, and I'll see how big I can get a city on a small, harsh, mountainous map. Any other achievements I can get along the way, I'll certainly look to doing. But once I get the isolationists, I'll then make a trading post, but I won't get crops until I've got 400. Even if I buy goods to increase our population, that's fine too. So I'm using several mods just to make things a bit easier. We've got increased resources combined, which is a slight increase. It helps a lot in the early game, especially on a small mountainous map. Unlimited mines and quarries. If I'm building a mine, it takes up a lot of space on the map, so if they run out, it's a waste of time. Old growth forest, which is really helpful for gatherers, as long as you don't chop them down. So stone bridge, it's just something nice to play with. Flatten terrain. This I'm only going to use very sparingly, so it's not something that I'm going to do all over the map. No, it's just going to be used to even out annoyances. Say if I'm building a road and there's a little blip and I have to angle it around, I'll just use it. More terrain, we're not actually going to use that this time round. Rocks respawn, it just helps a little mid to late game. And smaller vendor buildings, okay, because markets are they take up too much space. So let's get into it. We'll generate a new map, so we'll click this that many times, and then this that many times. Mountainous, small, harsh, disasters on hard. Let's go. So loading shouldn't take too long. Let's pause it just quickly so we can have a look at the map. So Forester maybe. Well, that's really handy for a start. Not having to build a bridge to get into some decent land. And there's a lake right here, which is good for fishing. Is there any old growth forest? That looks like old growth right there. So you'll see how there's a metric ton of mushrooms under there. You'll want to put a gatherer's hut on this side of it. I don't think there's any others like I've seen. That was going to be part of our first gathering, so if there's old growth in there, that's fine too. I just will put my forester on probably this side. Forester out here. Is that old growth as well? No, that's normal as well. So, first things first, food. Wow, that's a bigger radius than you expect. I'm just going to put it there. I think that's a nice little compromise. Generally I won't be playing on pause, it's just this first bit. I don't want that at all at this point. If I trim out the stone out of here, so I want a 4x4 is more than enough. So let's do a stone just quickly, and then we'll do a metal. Oh, there is no metal there, that's one piece. yeah, not much metal. And then we'll just grab this handful of logs down here. Okay, so fishing early game is not really going to be too beneficial. The distance, can I even get a road through here? Yep, looks like I can. So I could do a bit of early game fishing. Certainly try and get one on this corner. That's a huge area. And fill it with fishermen. Yeah, so I bought Banished when it first came out, and I played it a lot. Yeah, a couple hundred hours easily between several different saves. So certainly very familiar with different techniques, from the firewood economy to the farming methods and trading ale and stuff like that. So we'll definitely get into whatever I can make easy. Yeah, I think that's going to be our firewood in here. So there's actually quite a bit of land on this map. It was on small, right? I'm okay with that. If I could get a little... I can make that a population center. And then definitely get... Let's have a look. Yeah, if I put that over this side, and a hunter over here, population center over here, the hardest part's going to be getting the stone for the bridge. And if we do the firewood just in here, I'm going to put that in, but I'm going to pause it, and then I'll have a population center down here, I guess. So what do I want to do first? Let's put this on speed 2. Let's set our interface up. Down the bottom. I don't need the map, it's not big enough. Maybe in the later game. Maybe when we clear all these trees. Did I clear everything else under it? I'll do that. That section. Let's assign 2 builders. Let's get some houses. Maybe houses. That will get all our people into a house, and then we'll go from there. I really don't want to chop these trees down because I want the forester to work. Yeah. How are we going? Might just pick up all these stones once things are going along. Let's I mean, the market size is just too big for a game this size. I don't know what the storage is on these other buildings, but I hope they're balanced. I don't want to be... I mean, is the range any bigger? That'd be an interesting... Well, yes, it's much bigger. And what's the range on the market? The market's huge. But we don't have enough room for Like, that's all wasted by mountains. So, yeah, let's stop that and get a gatherer or two, because that's very important early on. And yeah, so I just thought the market was too big, so we'll definitely utilize those smaller buildings. Even if I have to put more of them out, that's fine. I'll probably want to put a hunter opposite. Which way did I put the entrance? Must be there. Let's build a road wherever it is. I can't tell. Well, I got a lot of wood and stuff, so let's build a firewooder's hut. Do I want to put it there next to the stockpile, or do I want to make another stockpile? I could almost put a fishing here and he'll get both rivers. It's an interesting thought. $52 logs. Okay. 24. Don't want to do it that way across and then I could do it there, 48 and 12, which is certainly affordable. At least if I can get in this area, I'll get a fair bit of logs when I clear it down. And I'll get access to this spot here for fishing. So maybe I want to build it down this end, this little bridge first. Yeah, right, we'll do that first. If I have to put another bridge up there, that's fine. Taking shape quite nicely. That's going to be a bit of a trek for our guys, but that's doing well. What's our food at? 710. Every time they build a house, they'll fill it up, so we'll get down to about 400, I think. But that's okay. Certainly want to do that, and if we can get houses here, even if they have to walk a bit to get to work, that's okay. Yeah, I'm building a firewood place. Let's just cancel collection. Can I do that? Yeah. that should... Yeah, because I don't want to be too long out there. I want this stuff done. I am gonna grab these trees though. One adult, so that's fine. Oh wow, food really dropped. Let's bump this up to 3 for now, until I can get this fisherman's hut done. Not 3, all the way up. Really don't want people starving this year. I really want this firewood done. Even if I leave this cart for a while, it's okay. I'm just going to put that in. It'll be better in the long run if it's done. I'm going to pause it though. So everyone's got a house, which is good. One of them is out of firewood, that's pretty standard. You're going to get a few children soon, so... Yeah, definitely want to do the fishing sooner than later. Like that. Oh. I wish I could. Alright, that will have to do. Let's have one of these. Our food's back up to where I'm still not happy with it, but it'll get better. Okay. I really like how they did the interface in this game. I like how I can just drag everything around. It certainly makes watching things much easier because you don't have to consistently find it. We don't need 3 builders. We don't even really need 2 at this point. Yeah, right. Did you get resources yet? You're almost there. That should be your delivery of stone. Yes, beautiful. Let's do that. There we go. That's the spirit. Oh, I should take him to the cart. Let's just a small stockpile there. So we're going to need a fisherman, and we're going to need a trader. Is it a trader? I think it is. So far so good. I think that's certainly not a bad start. Can always use more of everything, but that's always a common theme in this game. One builder, 2 labourers. The fisherman's already assigned. Oh. Maybe it wasn't a trader, it was a vendor. There you go. Nice. It's gonna be very good. So I should build a... Do I want to build a barn first, or do I want to get my logs started? Because if I build a house down here... like that... Just pause it for now. That radius, and then if we do a that road, which is fine, and then we do a small stockpile right next to it. Yeah, right, let's do that. That's probably going to be the best use of this point in the game, because I really need to get that forestry started. And an extra house will help the kids move out, because ready to move out, a little ways off. But if there's too many people in the house, they won't move out, and I'm gonna dismantle that maybe? That's not really hurting anyone being there. Okay. 2 labourers, 1 builder. Uh, 100 wood, 116 stone. Decent amount of firewood. Not very much metal, but that's okay. It's not this point in the game that we use it. That's going to be a population centre, so it doesn't matter if I chop that down. We're in a good place with that, so I think I might drop them down by 1. You guys up by 1. Yep. And we've reached the firewood limit. That's great for this time of season. Let's bump that up once. Only because I want to get through winter. It's going to start getting cold soon, so let's that's the spirit. Start that fishing. You've got a nice big area to fish from, so you should get a lot of food. We should make you a priority, just because. Clear that, thanks. It should be your #1 priority. If you got storage over here, then you don't have to cart it all the way back. And it's at this point I'm going to flatten those 2 squares because I find it silly that I can't have a straight path. It probably makes it look worse than it actually was, but whatever. There we go. So, food's down a little bit, but that will increase. It's going to increase very quickly. And what's the inventory on the houses look like? You've got a lot. You've got a lot. You don't have much. And you've got a little bit, so yeah, it's to that point in the game that you want to sort of expand, but you can't because you're limited by the amount of food you have and the amount of food you can produce. I know once the building's done though, it's gonna slowly increase. It's not that bad. I definitely need to look at getting a hunter's post, so I might put one of them down as well, even if it's on pause. So food, hunting cabin. I mean, it takes up a fair amount of land, but let's just pause that for now. So firewood's good. They're basically a labourer at this point, which is fine. Alright. You are done. I still have a little bit of iron, which is good. And our builder's going to get started over here, which he needs a bit more stone. How's our stone? 90, 96. Oh, food's gone. I hope it went to this house. Yes, it did. Good. That's right, it'll come back pretty quick. Just got to get through this winter with no food. It's all in the houses. Stop eating all the food. we'll drop down to 1 labourer. I know these guys are going to have to walk a long way for food, but I don't want them to. I'd rather them walk further for food than to walk further for their job, because then they don't get any work done. And I'll eventually put a small population centre down here anyway, so it's just a temporary thing. How about we do this, add a builder, and I'll just watch it. Well, how about I don't do that, and I turn this builder off and I end the episode so I don't forget. So, thank you for watching, have a great day.